If you followed the channel for a while, you might know that I love master-made toys, and they're very cute takes on several Transformers heavy hitters, super satisfying, fully transformable, and in every instance, adorable. Mastermade sadly seemed to go quiet in recent years, so I was really excited to see another company take this route. I have seen so many translations of this name, but this offering from Lasercat Toys, Steel Kiddie Party, Mini Ferocy, is their take on the individual Predacons, and of course the combined mode of Predaking. And before you even open the box, you get a sense of this set's personality. Often, third parties are really keen to lean as close to Hasbro's style as legally possible when it comes to packaging, or to at least evoke the same self-serious tone that third-party collectors seem to love, and it's so refreshing to see a company approach a product like this with humour and obvious joy. And just look at them all enjoying their meal together. Incredible. Inside we get 5 little fellas, each getting their own oddly shiny character card, which is kinda hard to focus on, and a whole bunch of accessories that we will absolutely get to. But first, let's see how these lads stack up. First is our little Headstrong. Immediately, I'm reminded of the little mini-bots that come with the Master-Made toys. Nice tight joints, they feel good, and they're fairly posable for such exaggerated proportions. Look at that face sculpt, he's delighted, and why wouldn't you be? You know, he's got a little gun as well, and his transformation is surprisingly in-depth for such a wee guy. First thing is this very satisfying roll-up of the face into the head. Excellent. We're folding out the back legs, disconnecting the robo gusset, and folding the legs in before giving it all a 180 twist. Fold in the arms and draw that head backwards, pop the gun on the back as a tail, and we've got a very sweet little rhino mode. And I love it. I just love it. Look at that head. The mouth opens a tiny bit. Like, it opens to such a small degree that you could argue it's pointless, but I think it's things like this that truly make a set feel like they went above and beyond. Tantrum is up next, and they're probably, unsurprisingly, quite similar to Headstrong, but there's definitely enough sculpted difference between them. I mean, are you having a good time, wee man? Well, could you tell your face? What a scowl! Still, all the same articulation, and those reds, oranges and blacks work so well together. Transformation follows the same form, and we get this little bull. Tantrum's my favourite of the Predacons, so it's hard not to take an extra shine to them. Little touches like the arms being on these swivels really let you mess around with the overall leg length, and it's got an effect on how you pose them. Again, surprisingly so for such small toys. Rampage shows up just in time to give us something a bit different. They're definitely sleeker than the last two, with a more slender waist, but they pose up a storm still, as you'd expect. We even get some decent light piping up in this con. They get their own unique gun as well. And transformation sees us folding the robot head inside the chest. I swear you're going to need some kind of item to prise this thing back out. That's my only real downside of this entire set, is how stiff that joint is. But swinging up the tiger head before sorting out the back and an end similar to the last two lads, and we've got a beautiful robotic tagger. Look at him going about his business like he owns the place. Marvellous. Last of the rank and file is Dive Bomb, and look at this little troublemaker. That face is just perfectly adorable. They get their own unique gun, like the rest of them, and you can attach some of the combiner armour to their back, but honestly, while it looks cool, it makes Dive Bomb feel a little bit out of place compared to the other limb lads. You might want to keep them on for the alt mode though, get that head rolled up into the big bird head, which is a much more impressive gob. The little silver claws are pretty darling, and yeah, to be fair, without the wings it is kinda useless, so yes, we'll keep them on in this mode. Last on the team is the big cat, the leader Razor Claw, and they're a good bit bigger than the other four, as you might expect. I love that crest sculpt, and yep, the mouth opens. Lots of stuff going on here, good light piping, shoulder cannons, a big rifle, and look at his big golden arse flaps. They're a lot stockier than the others too, meaning that they are less posable, but they're still dynamic enough for our purposes. We're opening up the back legs to kick off the transformation, folding away the head. You'll know the rest by now, you know, and then till we reach this is the king of the jungle, you know, the lion mode, and it's pretty great. You know, cute little tail coming out at the back, popping the gun on top, the mane, it's a fitting centerpiece for the set for sure. And standing together, they form quite a team, don't they? Again, packed with so much personality in each of them. I'm so happy someone is bringing toys like this with a unique perspective to big idiots like me. If it ended there, it would still be a wonderful set, but there is so much more. As you might expect, this set comes with accessories to get these 5 bad bastards into their combined mode of Predaking. We've got feet, hands, the head, the wings. I'm absolutely delighted by this fact. They can all combine into one very tiny Predaking. A Predaking, if you will. Again, just another thing where you feel the personality of the creators coming through in ways you barely see anywhere else. And it doesn't take much to get each Predacon into their combiner limb mode. Tantrum and Headstrong make up the legs, and then Dive Bomb and Rampage connect to Razorclaw's body as arms. Plop on the head and the arms connect to these pieces, meaning they're going nowhere unless you want them to, sometimes even when you want them to. Slide on the hands, and you're there. Get each leg into their slippers here, and they connect by fitting Razorclaw's high heels into their backs. Wonderful. You get those wings on while you're there, and that's us in Predaking country. Isn't that marvellous? Just a cute little killing machine, all animal motifs with their individual pieces, surprisingly posable considering the proportions. The quality's there, the finish is great, they definitely feel up to standard with the Mastermade stuff in terms of build quality, even if they lack heavy die-cast parts and the like. I wish it scaled better with those releases, but that is kinda being unreasonable, isn't it? If Predaking wasn't dangerous enough, we also get this massive golden sword, which has a solid amount of detail to it, and it is very sharp, but if you're a fool like me, you'll definitely be snapping off the very tip of it by being hashy-bashy. The last accessory kind of confused me. The set comes with this keychain cat paw. At first I thought it was going to be a little sound machine or something. In fact, the instructions kind of give that impression, maybe? Anyway, no, it's just a magnet that hides inside that activates the lights inside Predaking's noggin. And it's a nice touch, although I feel these things are made to be lit up a maximum of maybe 5 times and then never again. Plus, it did not come with a battery, so I had to source one from one of the Constructicon's heads. Sorry mate, survival of the fittest. Yep, this is wonderful. The whole set feels like it was made with true care and love. It's fun to play with, it's cute as the dickens, and as Transformers toys, they're great to play around with. Little has connected with me the way this set has in the last year or so, and it's nice to get that little reminder of what gets your motor running, and I know this super deformed style or chibi style isn't for everyone, but it is for me, and it's my channel, so I don't know, fuck up. Oh shit, and his guns all combine and attach to the forearm. I forgot about that, it's incredible. It's just a set that keeps on giving. I tell you, it's unbelievable.